Hey, so we've had a crazy couple weeks, I think everyone has, and I needed something to distress, so I got more mystery puzzles, and they just came in the mail today, so I'm really excited. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet. I gotta take a look at them, and I'll come back and let you know which one I picked. I'll show you which ones I got, too. There's this one, it's Grounds for Murder. It is, I think it says, a mystery bring at a coffee shop. And then this one is Titanic. A murder in the Titanic. So that's pretty straightforward. And then this one is a Sherlock Holmes one. And I was gonna get another Clue one, but they're vintage. They were a lot more expensive. They were about $24 per puzzle, and these are only like $13 a puzzle. So I'm gonna read the backs and see which one I want to do, and I'll come back. And the winner is dun 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 dun, Titanic. I'm of that generation where like the Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio came out when I was in like 8th grade. People went to see it about 8 times. So, you know, love the Titanic, love anything having to do with it. I think it's super fascinating. I'm gonna go ahead and open the box and see what's in it. And I'm just excited to start my puzzle. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna end up damaging the box and being sad. So this time it's just the puzzle and the story. And that's it. I go get started. So it says it's a classic mystery with a challenging twist. Read the intriguing story of wealthy twin sisters who face romance, betrayal, and death on that fateful night aboard the Titanic. Next, assemble the 100-piece puzzle to discover the hidden clues before disaster strikes. Then solve the murder on the Titanic by piecing together clues from the story and puzzle. Beware, the puzzle is different from the box cover. First thoughts on this puzzle. All the shapes are the same, which means it's going to be even harder than the last one. It's bigger than the last one, and literally they're all this shape, which means you're pretty much doing everything by color. And the outline is done. Now I'm going to start in the middle. So because of the size of this puzzle, I decided to get some little, I don't know what they're called. They're called sort and go trays. That way I can keep the pieces organized better, and I can also have them in containers so that the cat's less likely to eat them, because she will. And she's already chewed on the edge pieces, and I had to redo it this morning, even though I like covered the puzzle with, I covered it with like papers and stuff so that she couldn't get right at it. Nothing too extreme, but she was still like chewing on it this morning because she's crazy. These are all my different sorting trays. I have them all spread out. I still have some bags just because there's a lot of different aspects. Because like over here you have like a jewel, and then there's like lace stuff, and there's different, even in the lace there's like different kinds of lace. There's like this blue lace, and then there's a lighter pinky lace. So there's just a lot of different aspects to it, and I just want to keep it as sorted as I can. I finished the puzzle. It took, I think, 3 days, either 2 or 3, I'm not sure. It took a while. It was a big puzzle, and all the pieces look the same. So I'm done. I went ahead and I reread the story again, and I took some notes, and I have some thoughts on this whole thing. So if you're going to do the puzzle, I guess here's where you'd stop, but if you want to know what I think, keep watching. So I have to look at my notes. So here's some things about Gwendolyn. At the beginning, when they first start talking about the Titanic, whenever she talks about the Titanic, she always refers to herself as Gwendolyn. She doesn't say, like, me or anything like that. She says when Gwendolyn was on the Titanic. And then she had consumption. She had a parasol and Titanic postcards. She liked a bunch of these guys who are pretty much after her money. And she had a diamond and ruby necklace. And she was given a gun with a cork in it. So some things about Gloria, who's the other twin in the story. She has a mole on the back of her neck. She has a rose-colored dress. And a mink stole. Gold and coral earrings. And supposedly she died on the Titanic. So then there are two guys who had a thing for Gwendolyn, and Gloria pretty much tells Gwendolyn that it's just because they want her money. And one of them actually steals Gwendolyn's necklace at one point, and this other guy called Tex finds it in this guy Adam's jacket and returns it to them, and Gwendolyn's like, oh, he still loves me, and Adam's like, I put it there so I could find it so you would trust me. So anyways, to get to my point, I guess, what I think happened is that Gloria killed Gwendolyn and then took over her identity. So here's my reasoning behind this. There are a few things. The first thing is the dress she was wearing was a rose dress. And then the dress that Gwendolyn was wearing was a black dress. Now, there's something in the puzzle that could have been a black dress, but it's kind of hard to see the details of the puzzle because of the shapes. But there's definitely a rose dress that she has on display. And then she has the mink stole that she wore to dinner that night. And when she was leaving the boat, when Gwendolyn was leaving the boat, Tex pointed to the back of his right side of his neck, which is where the mole is on Gloria. So I don't know if he was asking where Gloria is or are you Gloria? But I'm thinking he was saying you are Gloria. So where is Gwendolyn? So that's what I think happened. I think Gloria and Gwendolyn had this fight, and Gloria hit her with a glass ashtray. The other thing is that there's a ketchup bottle with... Hold on, I have to go turn off alarm. Okay, so the other thing I was going to say before my alarm went off was that she had a ketchup bottle with a handkerchief covered in red stuff, and I was like, why would you have ketchup? So the reason I think that there's ketchup is because Gloria used it to make it look like she had consumption. So she put some ketchup on a handkerchief, so when she coughed, it looked like there was some blood. So everything to me says that Gloria accidentally killed Gwendolyn and then took over her identity. So I'm going to go read the answer, and then I'll come back and tell you if I was right. I was right. She killed Gloria. Gloria killed Gwendolyn and took over her life. And she ended up marrying Adam Lipton or whatever, which I'm not quite sure how I was supposed to know that. I don't know what I missed, but I didn't see anything about him getting off the boat, but I guess he did, and they ended up getting married, so. And then they went to Australia, where she pretended that she was cured from consumption, and they lived happily ever after. So that was it. That was fun. I'm glad I got it right. I kind of had a feeling after reading the story, because who refers to themselves in a third person and then not? That was kind of weird. And then with the guy pointing to the mole, I didn't know if he was asking, like, hey, where's Gloria? Or are you Gloria? Or what? So it was good, though. It was fun. The puzzle was really pretty afterwards. The only thing that kind of, was hard was there was a black dress in the puzzle, and I thought that's what that big black section was, but I wasn't sure, because sometimes with the lines of the puzzles, it's hard to get details. They're kind of lost in between the cut, so that was a little difficult. But it was fun. I liked it. So if you like it, I'll probably do another one. I got a couple of them. So like, subscribe, share. Bye.